It is a fact that Trump purchases Miss Universe alongside NBC.
So why did Trump own the things that he's owned in his life? This shouldn't be hard to put together, but I don't think a lot of people think about it. Now, this wicked woman, along with the other fake MAGA, this is the road they're going to go down, okay? Because Trump's owned Miss Universe, Miss Teen, okay? So they're going to make that like, see, he was always a predator. But I'm telling you to sit back and think about the things Trump has owned. I don't think he owns any casinos anymore. It's almost like all the casinos that he built and then dumped into bankruptcy, he only built them so that the FBI could use them to catch organized crime. Like when you read the conversation that he had with the FBI before building the casino in Atlantic City, that's almost like what you get, like he really did not want to get involved with nefarious actors. But then it seemed that what it was we'll build it and you can use it. And then after they were done using it, he dumped it. Okay, so everything that he purchases like that, Miss Teen, Miss USA, getting into TV, he even had a modeling agency, the casinos. I mean, I think the most important things he owns, like his hotels and his golf courses, those are very important to him. He doesn't build those and get rid of them. He's very proud of those. But these other things that he's built and then he gets rid of and never, like he owned, I had thought a couple of years ago, I thought it was Maxwell's yacht that he bought, but it was Khashoggi's. Why do you think he bought? Because he never bought another yacht again. It's like he buys this stuff to get close to these people, not because he's the predator, but he's wanting to catch them. In order to catch the predators that prey on teens, what's the best thing to own? Miss Teen. Do you see what I'm saying? What's the best way to catch organized crime? Build a casino, let law enforcement use it, and you catch them. And I think he's done that most of his adult life. I do. I mean, people know that he has a history of, he would open up the newspaper to see who he could help. Like paying, somebody that's about ready to lose their land, pay their mortgage off, or, help a sick child, or let somebody use his jet to get their family member to a hospital that they're, in great need of, okay? This is the things he's done. But then there's these other things he gets involved in that are like kind of crazy. Like look at what, like the UFC, okay? Yeah, he wanted to help Dana White, but that's another way. It's like he becomes an insider by buying these. He's like the ultimate Robin Hood, really. Now, of course, the wicked woman, Candace, and these other people won't say that. But that's the only thing that makes sense. My dad always, says, about Trump that he's a showman. Because my dad watched The Apprentice. He's like the perfect showman. And that's what he shows you. It's not that he's trying to lie to you. It's like he's undercover. So when he says he's an insider, that's what he means. I just don't think that people realize that. I think that most of his life, when you look at the things he's bought and then dumped, it's like, well, why did he do that? Why take, for instance, the Inside Edition tape? Why would that come out? It's like he wanted that to come out. And first of all, he never grabbed anyone by the groin, a woman by the pussy. He didn't. But everybody thought that would destroy his career. No, I think that there's an impression he wants to put out there that he knows a bunch of people that are no good will say that he's just nothing but a narcissist. But there's no way he's a narcissist. I mean, he can play a good narcissist, but his kids would be so effed up if he was really the way he is on stage. And I'm not saying we love when he's on stage. He's funny, and the true him comes out too. But he also has that showman part. So like that piece where he was talking to that guy and, on the Inside Edition tape, the locker room tape, and he's like, yeah, I'm a billionaire, I can go up and grab this reporter in the groin and I can get away with it. Well, first of all, that's true, but he never grabbed anybody. Okay, but it is true. I mean, really, if you think about it, that's true. But if you wanted to present to the criminals like that's who you are, so they feel comfortable with you, so you can catch them, especially on a global level, then you have to build casinos that law enforcement can use. You have to buy Miss Universe and Miss Teen, okay? Because it'll draw the predators, and then you can catch more of them. It's like the things that he buys that he doesn't, things that he buys that he gets rid of right away, he seems to get involved where he knows he can catch. He's an insider for all of it. Yeah, it's like I don't know if you call him the ultimate Jason Bourne or what, James. I mean, but it's like there's this part of him that's always undercover, and so I think that's why when he ran for president, he knew that people that have that's why he said it's the party of common sense. People that have enough common sense to realize there's no way he can be a narcissist or his kids would be so effed up, and they're the most balanced individuals ever. All of them, from Barron all the way up to Don Jr. I mean, they're just, So that behind closed doors, what you see on stage is not what he is behind closed doors. There's many different, faces to Trump. And not that he shows us some lie of him. He mixes it, really, I would say. He has the showman Trump, especially on rallies, because people think he's funny and they like that. And then you see that real part of him. So I'm not trying to say he's trying to lie to people, but the way he's presented himself many times, it's to catch the people that he knows would think, oh yeah, Trump, I could say anything to him. You see what I'm saying? I mean, because it makes no sense why you would build casinos and then immediately get rid of them. And just look up some of the stuff he's bought and he doesn't own anymore, and that will tell you. He owned a modeling agency. He owned, again, he bought a Khashoggi's yacht. Well, why? Well, because then he gets near Khashoggi. He also was near Khashoggi because that was involved in the whole the Bulgaria Italian jewelry thing, because Khashoggi was buying jewelry, and that was one of the cases that Trump had. So he got close to these people that were tied to the Bin Ladens, people that were tied to the Muslim Brotherhood, people that were tied to 9/11. You get what I'm saying? But wicked women and wicked fake MAGA, this is where they'll go. When really, let's face it, when it comes to Epstein alone, where the focus should be is all over Clinton, because he was on the island like 60-something times. But not just because of that, but because of the Wiener laptop, okay? How many, 6 New York PD died? They suicided themselves after they saw the laptop? Yeah, right. That was Wiener's laptop. I mean, so that if these people were, if Candace was a genuine human being, an honest soul, then that's where her focus would be with Epstein. No, their whole focus is they're going to try to make it seem like Trump, who has put, who made them believe he's just some bad person, and because they're bad people, that's why they're doing this. I hope that makes sense, because he knew the people that truly are legit human beings in the world would recognize who he is. He knew, because he puts enough out there for you to know who he genuinely is, and then of course his deeds show it. His deeds absolutely showed he wanted to end human trafficking. If you want to end that on a global level, then you have to know the Khashoggis, you have to know, the Epsteins, you have to run in those circles. You have to buy companies or build casinos and be a billionaire to be able to do those things, so that you can draw that element to you, so that then you are on the inside and you know who in the networks are the problem. See what I'm saying?